Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Forest River Shamrock 235S hybrid travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, your awning. There's plenty of room for that awning to come out. Over on your off campsite, of course, your slide. There's plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of it. Then leave yourself a nice walking path over here, because what else I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power and water are going to be on the rear of the unit over toward the driver's side of the vehicle. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. The unit does come with a power tone jack. Then night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit until you're level. Under this rubber stopper right here, that manual hand crank can get this up and down if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose as you're coming down the road. Then once we got our unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit, you have these stabilizing jacks, 3/4 inch hand crank. Put that on and crank these down. As I bring them down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot blacktop in the summer, better distribute the weight. Good investment with your 10% off coupon. Go ahead and grab a 4-pack of those, put them underneath your feet, and then run these down just until they're taut. Once you have any type of resistance on your hand crank, go ahead and stop, because remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. All we want to do is bring these down until we have the unit nice and stable. Once you have all four of them down, level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, at the end of the unit here, you have this long 30 amp cord. Plugs in right here. Red light just means the cord has power. Goes into the left, twists to the right. Got a washer going here. If you need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 110 adapter. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Over here in your little docking station, city water is where we'll hook up to campsites. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40-50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook your hose up, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's come around here to your hot water here. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain's back in there. Put a little plumber's tape on that, get that in there nice and snug, and then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. If your hose has been on for a while, your unit's level and stable, you can deploy your slides if you need to get to your water. Open up your water taps, get all the air out of the lines. Once you got a steady flow of water going through those, then you know your hot water heater's full and you can turn it on from indoors. There is an on-off electric element here. The only time you want to turn this on here, as well as indoors electric, is if you are hooked up to 110. Up here's resets. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out and see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in to reset. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to use potable water and go boondocking. In that case, we'll fill up our freshwater tank, which is over on your campsite. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. There is a overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check your tank levels, your battery, and your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. So I'll tell you when this is full. Go ahead and remove your hose, put your cap on, and remember, when using potable water or your fresh water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, so got our power and water hooked up. We're all set to camp. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit here. There's an vent for your microwave next to your porch light. A couple of outdoor speakers. Prep for a TV here. You can settle on that backer there. Plug in cable 110 here. There is a griddle and stand indoors that sets up out here. Right down here is your LP quick connect for that. That's your fresh water drain for draining this potable water. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. Make sure nothing blocks it. And you have a couple of 110s out here. Your outdoor, besides your griddle. Sorry, it takes two hands to open this. You also have your outdoor kitchen. Where this swings out, simply take your hose and hook up to a separate quick connect down here. So you got plenty of places to cook outdoors. 110 electric fridge out here, and your lighting, which you can set to motion or on. I think motion is to the left. Down here, this hole is a manual override for this hand crank back here for your slides. This is your pass-through storage with your hitch work in it. You're prepped for solar here. You can plug in a solar panel right there, and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Speaking of batteries again, check your battery post. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. The cover here. Back here in this corner is a, excuse me, it's actually right up here underneath your propane. Your battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit, and that'll come important later when I talk about your propane carbon monoxide detector inside. Another docking light up front here. I went ahead and set your front bed up. The other side of your pass-through storage. More storage here. Rest of your hitch work. Again, your hot water heater. Underneath that is where we'll dump our black and gray tanks. Low point drain right here for when you're leaving the campsites. And an outdoor shower. This is how your beds look when they're up. Again, your docking station, city water connect, cable and satellite. There's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks. And there's your antifreeze inlet. We also have more storage back here. Spare tire with a cover. And we're back around to the campsite. Here's your big awning. If you have your picnic table down there and it starts to rain, you have Solar pitch adjust. That will run all the rainwater down this way. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I like to point out in any unit when I come in the doorway is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone is camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Immediately to our right as we come in is the 110 USBs and our control panel. I'm going to send you a couple separate videos. There's also going to be one from TPMS, which is your tire pressure monitoring system. Down here's your control panel. Here's your Wi-Fi Ranger. You turn on your Wi-Fi Ranger if you're in the back of the park. It allows you to pick up Wi-Fi better. Down here's where you check your tanks. Your black, or excuse me, your brand new battery. Fresh, black, and gray tanks. Fresh water is when you can tell when your potable water is full. Over here is where you turn on your water heater hooked up to electric, water heater hooked up to gas, your water pump when using potable water. No tank heaters on this. Here's your slide control. We'll utilize that when bring your slide in. Your awning. Open this up here. To bring your awning just about all the way out, we're just going to hit extend on this. You don't want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that bar. You don't want to run it out any further. It will run out past that and wind itself up backwards. So keep an eye on your awning as you run it out. back in for you. And as the awning continues to wrap up here, we will continue our tour. I do call these slam locks because they work best when slightly slammed. Continue here is a bunch of steps. Here's your Wi-Fi boosters. Step, awning, and porch light are all now off now. Here's your interior. It's on a rocker switch. You can download this app, the One Control app, at the App Store and control your awning, slide outs, and lights from your phone. It's really nice. You can stand outside and run your slide out from your phone and watch your slide come out. Continuing in the unit, self-explanatory microwave. You have a light and fan above your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Set that up, turn on your panel light, rock it forward for up top. Turn this to high, hit your spark, and your flame will come on when your gas is on. Same thing with your oven. No pilot light anymore. Turn this to light, light it down here, and then set it to the desired temperature. Rock your light down and it becomes an oven light. Your Magic Chef fridge, I just need to mention to keep this moved over for travel. Here's your controls for that. Down below your fridge is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A handful of 15s in there, a couple of 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Coming in here is your TV. Find a remote for that. While I turn it on, I just want to show you, just pull down on this lever here and there's tons of storage back behind your TV. Snap that back in. So you have to run this through and set up your channels. Below that, RV Technology sound system. There's also a remote for that. I'm going to do this manually for you. Bluetooth AM/FM disc. You can run your TV sound through the sound system. DVD CD player, really nice. Shut it off indoors, have it just outdoors, or both. Turn that off. Down below that, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore, folks. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening and you are at a campsite, turn this on. Instead of using up your gas in the furnace, go ahead and turn this on. It'll get it toasty in here in no time. So your bed area down here, get your cargo net up here. You have a couple of these fans. It is a fan and a light. Light on this end, fan on that end. This one plugs in here. The other one we'll find when we get down there. Some storage up here. Show you real quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Remove your back cushions. Oh, this one actually just jackknifes. For your table here, you pull this out. Pull over on this lever and that will allow this to fold down like so. Then it will set up on these lips right here all the way in the back as well. Get that in there for you. Go. That sets like that. Put your back cushions down. This becomes another bed, and your table travels safely that way. There is your griddle and stand. Storage here. Come into your bathroom. I want to mention a couple things in here. Here's your lighting. You have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. Make sure when you travel that you have this snap back. This is also where your 110 with GFCI resets at. A little plumbing to maintain behind this panel. It's mostly PEX nowadays, just keep an eye on it. Maintain it like you would your home, even more so with this. Back here in the corner is your GP electric solar power control panel. What this panel does is it controls how much power the solar panel puts into your batteries. It keeps it from overcharging it. I am actually going to send a separate video on this, so that'll be the third video you receive. Coming down here to your system, turn on your AC. You hear that come on quickly. Shut that off, shuts off quick. Turn your heat on. Shut that off. Turn the heat off here. You'll see that the heat fan always takes a little bit longer to shut off. So now set your bunks up. Same thing will be up front. Inside your mattress will be a long pole, a curve on one end, straight on the other. Behind your mattress, everything's folded up. So the easiest thing to do is come outside, or unlock these. Be sure to keep them locked when you do travel too. Bring this down. See, nothing to set out. Now we can go back inside. The easiest way is to move your mattress right out of the way here. Goes out and down this way. It just makes the job so much easier for you. Straight end is going to go. I can show you without this net in the way. Right in here. So I'll set it in there. That is exactly how that will go. Push that out. Curved end up. Hooks right in here. Set your mattress back up in here. Snap this back up. Your cargo. Here's where your other light will plug in. You're also prepped. You can put a TV in here. TV backer. 110 and cable as well. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Well, I see something I did forget. Underneath your bunk here, 110 USB. This is your inverter, and this is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now, the reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are going to be gone for the day and you're boondocking, use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Also, in your mattress here, these plugs are for your heated mattress. That will plug in down here at that 110. Alright, so let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite. We're going to put some things away here real quick. Alright, so I'm going to start on this end and show you how to bring these out. Just simply pull that forward to release that. Let your bar pull forward. Set your bar to the side. We're going to fold our mattress in. It's velcroed, so you're going to have to give it a little pull. Fold our mattress in and then stand it up. This bar is actually going to lay down back behind your mattress. Our mattress is going to look like that. Behind it is going to look like that. On the other end here, still pull that. Let that part fall. Now we get the mattress up and around the corner. See, this will stand right up in there as well, just like the other end. Let's go outside. We'll lift these up. The biggest concern is you're going to have to tuck these in on both sides as you're going. Hands up, closed up like that. Repeat the process on the other end. Lift and tuck. Tuck in there, take your handle, lift it up. Be sure to lock these. Got them all closed up. Come inside. I have to go ahead and shut off my interior lights, because then I can see any individual lighting I may have forgotten. Also take these bars, you tuck right inside your mattress here. Same thing on the other end. More individual lighting. Once I've seen I've gotten all the lighting off, come back, turn on your interior, and say doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Slide in. It's okay to hear that noise. That's just the slide control telling itself not to go in any further. Shut off your interior lights and exit the unit. Now for bringing these steps up, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Simply lift that up. It's strut assisted. Show you I can actually kind of leave it float, let it float up. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, bring up all those stabilizing jacks. Unhook your power, your water, and your cable. If you are boondocking, come up here and dump that low point drain right there. If you're at a campsite, you're going to come around to this corner here and dump these two low point drains. Yep, there's your red up underneath there and the blue. Then you come to your hot water heater. Gonna lift up on your pressure release valve. That's gonna dump the remaining of the hot water out of your hot water heater. Then you can pull your drain. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is gonna be almost all the way at the rear, just behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Get there, hook up your sewage hose, comes your convenience pack. First thing you're going to pull is sewage outlet. That is going to be your black handle. Now leave that handle open for a while. Once it sounds like it's no longer draining, continue leaving it open. Take your water pressure regulator again. Take the hose at the dump station. Hook that up and let that run for a good 5 minutes. Again, with your black handle open. That's going to wash out all your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Unhook that hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. The gray handle is going to be your cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store it right there in the bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy the Shamrock for many years to come. Happy camping.